Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being present here today, and thank you so much for taking your time to just step on your yoga mat. So today I will be leading you through a restorative yoga, and this style of restorative yoga is all about gently working with the resistance of your body. So for our practice today, we are going to be needing two blocks. We are going to need a bolster and a strap. So if you don't have a blocks, what you can do is you can use really thick books for this one. If you don't happen to have a strap, you can use a scarf or a tie, or even a rope. But for a bolster, if you don't happen to have a bolster at home, what you can do is you can also use pillows, or you can also use cushions. Those couch cushions, you can definitely use them. So this being said, let's go ahead and begin our practice. This practice targets both deep connective tissue between fascia and also muscle. So again, one thing to really make sure as you are going through this practice, it's not about going into the most advanced version or even pushing your body to an extreme level, but just really noticing how your body just sort of unfolds with every breath and in a span of a time. So just taking note of that as you're moving through this practice. So that being said, we are again going to be just releasing any of the tension that are holding up into our fascias and our muscles, and just be here and then just breathe and just move together. So let's go ahead and begin our practice. Okay, so to begin our practice, we're gonna start our practice with two blocks and a bolster. So go ahead and just place your strap on the side. We are going to be using that towards the end, but let's just go ahead and start our setup. So what we're basically gonna do is we are going to go ahead and place the first block horizontally all the way flat, and then the second block is gonna go vertically, stacking right on top of that first block. So from here, we're just gonna go ahead and rest our bolster just like this. And then what we're basically going to do is we're going to just go ahead and sit all the way and make sure the bolster, the base of the bolster is touching the lower back. And then from here, you're gonna gently just lean back and lower all the way down. So for our feet, we're gonna go ahead and bring our feet to touch and then let your knees play out. So from here, you can just go ahead and take your arms wide. You can have your palms facing up towards the ceiling. And then just slowly start to notice your breath. Maybe taking the time to just soften your eyes. And again, maybe gently closing your eyes if you feel comfortable. And just noticing how your breath feels in this posture, in this moment. Taking this first 3 rounds of breath to just arrive to your yoga mat, arrive to your practice. Just paying attention to your inhale and exhale. Maybe there is an audible sigh at the end of your exhale. Really just noticing the back of your head being supported by the bolster. The entire length of your spine supported and lifted by this bolster. You feel the openness across your chest. You notice this opening in the front of your hips. And again, taking this time just to simply breathe in and out. Maybe you notice if there is any special part of your body that might be seeking any attention. So using this breath to just really scan your entire body, especially that specific part which was trying to get your attention. So sending your breath there. And a breath out. And on your next breath, just slowly flutter your eyes open. And then just gently go ahead and bring your feet to press down towards the earth. Your knees goes up towards the ceiling. You're going to gently just rock onto your one side and then just sit up really tall. So we are going to do the second setup. So for this one, you can just rest your bolster on the side, resting your block on the side. So from here, we're going to come into a comfortable seated place. So instead of having your feet touching, or instead of crossing your shin one in front of another, making sure that your easy pose, you're crossing your shin one in front of another, is just a little bit wider. So again, your feet are just a little bit wider, and then you're just going to sit up really tall to begin with. And if you notice that if you look at your feet and your shin, it's almost making a triangle shape. So as you're ready, you're going to sit up really tall, and then gently take your hands forward, and then you're just going to fold forward. And again, try not to move to the most advanced stage of this forward fold, but really just checking in with your body. How does it feel to just be here? So you might feel a lot of sensation in your right hip. Can you just take a deep breath in here? And a breath out. And just couple rounds of breath here, just like this. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Again, relaxing your shoulders away from your ear. And ever so slightly, you're pressing your chest just a little forward, so you might feel a little bit more sensation on your right hip. Maybe you completely release your head. So the crown of your head is facing down towards the earth. And just taking a deeper breath in. And a breath out. One more breath, just like this. Inhale. And exhale. From here, slowly peel your way back up. And then just really noticing if there's any numbness or if there's any sensation. So notice that all of these is just a part of the practice, right? So accepting that to be a part of your practice. So as you're ready, let's go ahead and switch. Again, you're not bringing it super close in together. We're going just a little bit wider. And making sure that your tailbone is pressing down towards the earth. And again, from here, sitting up really tall. And then as you exhale, leading with your sternum, going forward. And then again, you're not trying to achieve the deepest stretch here. You're not trying to go to the highest advanced stretch, but you're just simply noticing how your body feels today. And you just take the time to just fold. And just checking in with your breath. Noticing how your tailbone is pressing down and how your outer hips are engaging. Let's do 3 rounds of breath here, just like this. Just taking the time to just breathe in and out. Let's do 1 more round of breath here. And a breath out. From here, slowly peel your way all the way up. Sitting up really tall, and again, maybe really just noticing any sensation you might be feeling in your hips. And then let's take 2 rounds of breath here, just like this, upright. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath in, and a breath out. So the next shape that we're going to take is we're going to take a bolster for that. So go ahead and grab your bolster, and you're going to come all the way forward on the bolster, and then just gently hug your ankles in, hugging the bolster, and then just sitting up really tall. And then as you come here, if this feels really comfortable for you, make sure your knees are hip distance apart. If this feels really comfortable for you, maybe you stay here. Your palms can be facing down. Your palms can be facing up towards the ceiling. And just being here for just few rounds of breath, just like this. But if sitting just like this is a lot for your ankle and for your knee, if you do have a tighter ankle or your shin, and if you did have knee injury and it doesn't feel good, you're just going to lift your hips up and then stack 1 block on top of the bolster and then just sit on top of it. So it takes away the pressure from your ankle and your knee. And then just taking the time just to be here, noticing your breath, closing your eyes. Taking just deep breath in and a breath out. Pressing your toenails down towards the earth. And then from here, if you feel comfortable, gently start taking your hand back on that bolster and then opening up your chest just a little bit wider. So you're releasing that hip flexor, leaning back, opening up your chest. You can also tilt your head back. Again, for this one, if you don't feel little more opening, if you do want a little bit more opening, you're going to take that block out and take your hand back and then lean all the way back. Taking just a couple rounds of breath here, just like this. You can also take your hand further behind and then gently bend your elbows and then lean back. You can tilt your head back if you want, opening up your throat, taking a deep breath in and a breath out. Let's do one more time. Inhale and exhale. From here, slowly bring your head back to neutral first, and then gently make your way all the way up, sitting up really, really tall. From here, we are going to move into a version of a forward fold again. So what we're basically going to do is you are going to put the bolster on the side to begin with. You're going to go ahead and sit up really tall. Your right leg is forward, flex your right toe. And then your left leg is bent, and then your left foot is coming to the inner arch of your right thigh. So from here, you're going to grab the blocks. And then the blocks are going to go on either side of your right leg. So make sure they're a good hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. And then from here, you're going to take the bolster, and you're going to place the bolster on top of those blocks. So now if you feel like this is too big for you, you're going to bring it just a little bit more forward. If you feel like it's a lot of upper body leaning forward, then you can bring it just a little bit closer. But again, if you do want to have the height of your block a little bit lower, then you can also do that. So from here, make sure that front foot is flexed. You're just going to go ahead and rest your upper body against the bolster, and you're going to bring your hands on top of it, and then just relaxing one cheek on the bolster, and then just staying here. And again, as you're here, making sure that you're breathing in and out. Noticing a gentle opening. Also feeling the length all the way from the base of your spine leading to the crown of your head. And especially in this equation, you're also feeling the opening in your right hamstring. You can also let your hands dangle down if you want. And then gently go ahead and turn your head on the opposite direction, resting your opposite cheek on top. Making sure to close your eyes and then just really just simply let go. Making sure to take a deep breath in and a breath out. And from here, take your time to just peel your way all the way up. And you're going to go ahead and take the bolster out. We're going to set the opposite side. So again, go ahead and extend your left leg forward, and you're going to go ahead and bend your right knee. And again, the bolster is going to stack on top of your blocks. And just making sure, how does this side feel when the right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Just gonna move it a little bit to the inside, but taking the time to just set up. And then again, sitting up really tall, and then as you exhale, folding forward. And as you come into this space, you might again notice any part of your body, especially the back of your neck, if you do have any tension. You might feel the engagement in your tailbone, your rib cage, your mid-back. You can make sure that you're not trying to achieve the deepest level of stretch, but you're just examining where your body is at today. And trying to see what can you do today. How can you create more space, but without letting the ego, without letting, oh, I have to kind of attitude coming into your practice. Slowly switch the direction of your head. And making sure that you're breathing in and out. From here, take your time to just peel all the way up. Sitting up really tall. You're going to again take the bolster out, put it on your side. And then just go ahead and extend both of your legs forward, sit up really tall. Okay, from here we're going to come on to another setup. So we're only going to need one block for that. Go ahead and place your another block on the side. So you're basically going to place the block, place the bolster vertical, and from there, actually let's do it this way. And you're going to place your block horizontal, the second height. Now from here, you're just going to come towards the block side and then make sure to sit on the block to begin with. So your glute is going to be on the block, and you're going to just gently lower all the way down onto the bolster. Now you might need to adjust your block. Make sure it's right underneath your glute, not on your lower back. But the bolster is supporting your lower back. So your lower back is hovering, but the bolster is supporting your mid back and your upper back. So again, like I said, you need to make adjustments. So maybe if you want to do so, just coming a little bit up and just checking in with yourself. Okay, so there is a good amount of space between your glute and the bolster. So bending your knees as you come in here. And then just go ahead and take your arms all the way back. And you can have your hands on the floor with your palm turning up towards the ceiling. So this would be option one, and then maybe this feels great, you just stay here. Another option is to just go ahead and interlock your hands behind your head and then bend your elbow. And then as you come in here, just take the time to really just notice how it feels in your body. Taking a deep breath in and a breath out. Let's do one more time. Inhale and exhale. From here, we're gonna just gently turn our head towards the right, towards the left. But think about your nose reaching up towards your elbow. So you're gonna slightly look up. You're gonna feel a nice little stretch on the right side of your neck, the base of your skull. And just take the time to just be here and then just breathe. You can also close your eyes if you want. So then one thing to be really mindful of as you do this movement is you're not seeking the highest sensation. You're not seeking the most advanced pose. You're just taking the time to notice where your body is at today and how can you serve your body. And then from here, gently turn your head back to neutral. From here, if your hands are right behind your head, what you're going to do is you're going to lift your head up and then put the opposite thumb on top. And then take your hand all the way back and then lay on it. But if your hands are just extended on the side and hand on the floor, you don't have to do anything. You're just doing the rotation. So from here, slowly start turning your head towards the right. And then slowly point your nose towards your elbow. So nose towards your right elbow. And experiencing how the breath flows in this side of the body. Or maybe you have a lot of tension that are building in your neck and your shoulder. Just simply taking this time to just fully imagine and acknowledge whatever might be happening. Go ahead and take one more breath here, just like this. And a breath out. From here, turn your head back to neutral. And again, if your hands were on the floor just like this, you're going to stay here just like that. But if your hand were on the interlace behind your head, this time you're going to take your hand underneath the bolster and then press your elbow away. And of course, if this is a little too what do you call it, advanced. So if you feel like this is not speaking to you today and this is a lot, then you can always interlock your hand behind your head. Same thing, slowly turn your head towards the left and reach your left nose towards your left elbow. And one thing to really make sure is, again, try not to let the ego come into your practice. So, for example, like in nature, when the season changes, like at least in the past, with all the global warming and everything now. But when things changes in nature, it gradually changes, right? So our body is nature as well, right? Part of nature. So you want to gradually move into next level rather than forcing your body to just go to the most highest level or the most extreme level of practice. And again, when you are ready to go to that next level, again, moving up with kindness and love, rather than this idea of like, oh, I saw this on Instagram, I can do it too. No, that's not how it works. And that's not yoga. From here, slowly come back to neutral. And you want to just, again, take that hand out and then put the opposite hand on top. And then slowly turn your head towards the right. And then reach your nose up towards your elbow. And again, we all fall into this trap of the beautiful picture, the advanced pose. We all do, right? But at the end of the day, taking the time to just sit down and just see, is this serving me? Is the few likes that you're gonna get, is that worth the pain that you feel in your body? So again, practice with love and kindness for yourself. Not for the likes. Take one more breath here, just like this. And then from here, turn your head back to neutral. And then just, if your hands were interlocked, just take your hands on the side. And then just take one more breath here, just like this. And a breath out. From here, press your feet down towards the earth. Slowly lift your hips up. And you're going to slide the block out and then gently lower your hips down. From here, take your time to just slowly drop your knees to one side. And you're just going to rest in your fetal position for a couple rounds of breath. And then from there, as you're ready, take your time to just come all the way up. So from here, we are going to do our practice against the wall. So we are done with the blocks. So go ahead and place your blocks on the side. We're not going to use them, but go ahead and grab your strap. We're going to use the strap. So putting the blocks away and then grabbing the strap. So what you're basically going to do is the bolster is going to come right underneath your head. And then you're just going to go put the strap on the side so they're really next to you so you can grab it. You're going to go doesn't really matter which hip goes on next to the wall. So you're going to put your hips next to the wall. Make sure there is at least 3 inches from your hips to the wall. From there, you're just going to go ahead and lower all the way down on the bolster and then kick your legs all the way up. So you can again scoot your bolster just a little bit back if you want. So your head is like nicely propped on the bolster, but your legs are up against the wall. You're going to go ahead and take your strap or any of the substitute for the strap that you're using. And you're going to loop the strap on the balls of your right foot. And again, there is a flexion in your foot and then extension in your knee. So again, push your heel up. And then naturally, the toes are going to come down towards you. So keep pushing the heel up. And then the toes come down towards you. And again, you're grabbing the strap with your hands on either side, pulling it towards you. And again, pushing the heel up, but pulling the strap towards you. So from here, without compromising the straightness of your right leg, slowly take your right leg away from the wall. And then slowly take it to the left side. So now it can go right in front of your left ankle, right? Or it can just go just a little bit. It really depends on your hip. So as you come here, again, just go ahead and push your heel up, the toes come down. And then this is a really good IT band stretch. Also, a lot of time, like people who have like sciatica nerve problems, so this can also serve for that. So taking a deep breath in and a breath out. Let's do one more time. Inhale. and exhale. From here, gently release your right leg back. I definitely feel a lot of sensation in my right ankle. And then go ahead and switch that with your left. And then take the right out. Again, you're going to use your hand to pull that left leg closer towards you, but you're pushing that left heel up towards the ceiling. We're here for just 3 rounds of breath. Make sure your lower back is pressing down towards the earth, belly to spine. And then it's just making sure that you're breathing in and out. From here, again, press your heel away, and then naturally the toes are going to curl in if you want to engage your legs. From here, slowly lift your left leg away from the wall and then slowly take it to the right side. Ooh, my left side is definitely speaking to me. So again, it doesn't have to go all the way out. It's just a little bit more towards the diagonal, towards the right side. And as you come in here, again, make sure your left leg is straight. So pressing your left heel up, the left toes come towards you. And you're just going to breathe here for 3, for 2, and then for 1. From here, gently bring your left leg back. And then take your time to just take the strap out. And you're just basically going to put the strap on the side. We're not going to need it. And then you're just going to take the bolster out. Bring the bolster sort of underneath your hips. You're going to bend your knees, press your feet against the wall, and then lift your hips up and then slide the bolster underneath your lower back. Now, this could be a really good place if you want to keep your knees bent. If you want, you can just extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You can have your arms going to either side, and then your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And slowly invite your eyes to close. Then we're just going to breathe in and out here for a few rounds of breath. So slowly drifting into your Savasana and just staying there for as long as you want and as long as your body allows you to stay here. Thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to practice with me. I highly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be making more videos under Restorative Yoga playlist on my channel. So if you don't want to miss on them, definitely hit that subscribe button. And also, please let me know what did you think about this class and how you felt after it. So thank you so much, guys. Till then, bye.